Going to work or living in a new country or in a cross-cultural environment sounds like an exciting journey. However, challenge might also be part of the equation. So how ready are you? Hi, this is Betty. Welcome to the podcast of Cross-Culture Journey in 21st Century. In this series of podcasts, we will jump out the traditional box of cross-culture topics as usual and take some really up-to-date and closer look at those still unsolved challenges and new topics that people are facing in cross-culture environment in 21st century. So today, we will take a look at one biggest elephant in the room, the language translation or interpretation in cross-culture and cross-language interactions and communications. Undoubtedly, till today, language translation or interpretation is still one of the most widely and frequently deployed tools in cross-culture and cross-language interactions and communications. For example, in international business contexts, no matter it is about reading business documents or having business conversation with your business counterparts from different language backgrounds, all involved language translation or interpretation, one way or another. So, what do you know about language translation or interpretation? Well, if we could imagine a translated or interpreted message as a product, then very often, people who commission to make this product have no clue what it is, how it is made, nor mention about evaluate whether it functions well or not. So the truth is, language translation or interpretation is often more complicated than majority people thought, and I cannot explain in full details today. But for today, one thing important I would like to share with everyone is that to produce the kind of communication content in different languages, which the content could serve as a well-functioning bridge for participants to understand each other's message across language and culture gaps, requires a content producer in the middle to have the mindset, knowledge, and skill far beyond the language translation or interpretation knowledge and ability. For example, it requires the person in the middle to have the knowledge, background, or mindset to understand the subject matters or topics that discussed in the given interactions and communications, and also understanding the goals and participants, as well as effective social, interpersonal, or professional communication skills, so on and so forth. As you can tell, these are not the common mindsets, knowledge, and skill sets that people usually expect or look for when searching for candidates who can provide language translation or interpretation. So as a result, there are many cross-culture and cross-language interactions and communications just lost in context or fall flat quietly due to the different kinds of failures of language translation or interpretation. So a simple but very important tip here is, when you're looking for a person to assist you with your language challenges in cross-culture and cross-language interaction and communications, you should always look beyond that person's language translation or interpretation ability, because the outcome of your interaction and communications are also heavily dependent on that person's other knowledge and capacity, which have no direct relation to that person's language translation or interpretation ability. So, this is today's show. I'm Betty. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Bye.